Hi, this is Scott with the Hollinger Team. Welcome to another addition to our video blogs of questions and information about the real estate market in the Flathead Valley of Northwest Montana. This installation is the first quarter market report for 2018, and numbers are looking better. As I'll share with you, they're not a lot different from first quarter last year, but when we get to the pending part, you're going to see a shift there, and I'm very excited for the second quarter report when we put it out, just from what I'm seeing activity-wise. To start out, the overall multiple list reporting in the four counties up in the northwest part of the state have seen an increase in the number of sales this year of about 3% over the same period or the same quarter last year. So a 3% increase in just the number of transactions, which is pretty good. I mean, it's a healthy sign. And what we also are seeing is in just housing in general, under 400,000, we're starting to see a real strong shortage of homes for sale. And on waterfront homes, we're seeing a shortage of homes in the $500,000 range, and really kind of a decline in the number of properties available under $1 million on all of the lakes. So a little bit of shifting in the market, and after a decade of recession, it's welcome. So here's what the first quarter of 2018 brought. On Flathead Lake, we've seen on the residential side 6 sales in the first quarter this year compared with 7 of last year, which sounds like not much change, and that it hasn't been, but kind of a little bit of a future view there is that there are 7 pending sales. So a fair amount of strong activity, even in a long winter here in the first quarter on Flathead Lake residential. On the vacant land side, no sales this quarter, no sales last year, first quarter. There is 1 pending sale. So a little bit of movement there. And then on the condo side, which is always kind of an interesting thing to watch, there are 34 actives, 7 closed this year compared with 4 last year, and then there are 3 pending. So really kind of what you would say is 10 sales in the first quarter on condos compared to roughly 4 last year. Back up to the residential on Flathead Lake, 82 active residential listings and 39 active vacant. So a pretty good amount of properties available out there still, but not as many as we've seen in the past. Onto Swan Lake, we've seen 1 closed residential sale versus no sales residential last year. There are 2 pending sales right now on Swan. So again, kind of a little bit of a preview of some upcoming sales that are going to show this shift in the market. There's also been 2 vacant land closed sales on Swan Lake as opposed to none the year before. No other pending vacant land sales on Swan right now. On to Echo Lake and Lake Blaine. On the residential side, there's 8 active listings. There's been 1 closed sale. It was in excess of $1 million up on Lake Blaine this first quarter. No pending sales. On the vacant land side, there's been 1 sale on Echo Lake this spring, or I should say this winter, first quarter. No pending sales, and there were no sales last year. So vacant land scarce. First off, just vacant land is scarce on both of those lakes, and limited number of transactions there. Now on to the lakes west of Kalispell, Ashley, Bitterroot, and McGregor. There's 9 active residential listings out on those 3 lakes, 5 on Ashley, 3 on Bitterroot, and 1 on McGregor. The interesting kind of shift that I'll just throw in there is there's 13 active out there, with 2 on Ashley, 2 on Bitterroot, and 9 on McGregor. So a great inventory as far as vacant land out there goes, and that's kind of the direction we're going to see, I think, some of the sales go when we see the improved properties decline in availability. Closed side, there was 2 sales on Bitterroot Lake first quarter. Were the only 2 sales of residential out on those 3 lakes. There were 3 last year, 1 on Ashley and 2 on Bitterroot, and there's 3 pending, 2 on Ashley and 1 on McGregor. So Seeing some good activity out there. Vacant land, no sales this year, one sale last year. That was on Ashley Lake. There's two pending sales, both of those out on Ashley Lake. So in summary, kind of the interesting thing that I was talking about at the beginning is we have 20 reported waterfront transactions for the first quarter of 2018. We have 20 pending sales sitting here waiting to close. So you can see kind of a pickup in the pace in just the first quarter of 2018, and we expect it to be a strong year. Welcome change, I know, for a lot of our sellers just have weathered the storm. Anyhow, thank you for tuning in on our quarterly update. Hope it was helpful. If there's any questions or clarifications that you need out of this, happy to answer those. Keep the good questions coming. Please pass this report on to your friends that you think might be interested in knowing what's going on in Northwest Montana. And the Hollinger team is always here to help out with Waterfront.